Is the Indian food healthy? Lately, Indian food has begun to be categorized as unhealthy because it is being linked to high sugar and high carb food, which can contribute to high cholesterol. Traditional Indian food, however, is not only healthy but is also incredibly tasty with a lot of health benefits. Hello and welcome back to Bhavna's Kitchen and Living. In today's episode, I have a very interesting topic to share with you all. How to enjoy traditional cultural food, including Indian cuisine, without guilt and still maintain body weight. Following a healthy plant-based Indian diet may not only help decrease the risk of chronic disease, but it can also encourage weight loss. A well-planned vegetarian diet is a healthy way to meet your nutritional needs. The staple Indian vegetarian diet consists of grains, lentils, chutney, pickle, beans, and legumes, along with some vegetables and fruits. These can vary from region to region with addition of several other components, but listing them all here will be an impossible task. I love to include variety of food in my daily diet. I was born and brought up in India, the land of spices and flavors, and those presents make the Indian food delicious and unique. Are you interested in more health topics like this? Please do suggest under the comment below. I grew up eating my traditional Indian Gujarati food, and it is very dear to me. Many cultural food is healthy enough if eaten the right way, including our Indian food. Traditional eating has been related to positive health outcomes and sustainability. People who eat according to the rule of a traditional food culture are generally healthier than those of us eating a modern, processed, and modified food. And I come from farming family background, and even today I enjoy gardening, grow my own herbs, vegetables, and more. I personally have witnessed my ancestors staying fit by following the local food diet. Hence, I never thought of changing my diet. My parents and my in-laws are living healthy life in their 70s, and that's another proof for me to continue with my existing diet. Don't get me wrong, I love many other cuisines like Mexican, Italian, Mediterranean, Chinese, and many more. I am a big foodie, and I believe that the variety is the spice of life. One can eat Indian, in fact any cultural food, smartly and still lose the weight or maintain the weight. I try to include as many vegetables, legumes, nuts, fruits, whole grains as I can to get the nutrition my body needs on a daily basis. Now, I'm not a nutrition professional, so I decided to hear from Dr. Kalpana Ramji, who has done PhD in nutrition science. So, let's hear from Dr. Kalpana Ramji about following our cultural traditional food diet. Hello, Dr. Kalpana.
Hi, Bhavna. That's actually a great question and a very, very important question too, because again, living here in the US, I think a lot of my clients have done other programs like Weight Watchers, and they're always very confused about how to use Indian food in a balanced way so they can lose body fat. I think Indian food is definitely one of the most healthy food. Again, I'm just going to say that with a little bit of a caveat because right now our lifestyle really doesn't follow the traditional Indian food. Traditional Indian food is definitely healthy, and there are so many reasons why it's healthy or how it was formulated. But again, I'm going to stick with maybe top 3 reasons, in my opinion, that I think Indian food is healthy. The first reason is that Indian food is typically made fresh. Back when I grew up, every day my mom would make me all my meals. It was fresh. Nothing came out of a box. It was all fresh, and there was no chemicals, no preservatives, just wholesome nutrients and lots of love. So that's kind of how traditionally Indian food was served. The second reason I think Indian food is definitely very healthy is in the very smart use of spices. Now literature has shown that spices actually enhance the meal, not just for the flavor but the nutrition aspect as well. But our ancestors knew this way back when, and they already used it very thoroughly, and we were just following it blindly. When we were learning to cook, we were not aware of the science behind it. We just followed it as a tradition or a recipe. But again, there was science to it. For example, in Indian cooking, you would always have turmeric combined with black pepper. So usually for all of our traditional foods, we would just add turmeric powder and then a little bit of black pepper powder. Even the haldi doodh that we have when you're sick, I always used to wonder, why is my mom putting some black pepper in this turmeric milk, which is now very popular as the golden latte in the US. And that's because the black pepper actually helps the absorption of the turmeric, the active ingredient curcumin. Again, we already knew that, but we just didn't know that the science exactly. I can give you lots of examples. Maybe I'll just pick one more example for this. Spices, right? Most popular Indian food is the biryani. Right. Again, we can debate. It really didn't originate in India, but it was, it was given to India, and I think it's still one of the most popular food. Typically, it's a very heavy food, and you feel, there's a lot of healthy fat in it. There's usually ghee and oil, and so the meal itself is very, very heavy compared to a lot of the other Indian foods. For example, this is one of our heavyweight meals. And typically in a biryani, we would use a lot of spices. We would use cinnamon, we would be using cardamom, cloves, bay leaf, fennel, ginger, and all of these spices actually aid in digestion. So they knew that once in a while when that biryani was made, they used all these spices to help digestion and just alleviate some of the downside for having a very, very rich meal. So again, our ancestors were so smart. Again, we would not put all of these spices in an everyday meal, but only on special meals. So we had all these combinations that were amazing in terms of the taste, but also very nutritional. The third reason why I think Indian food is very healthy is because there is a wide variety of vegetables that we use in our everyday cooking. You usually don't repeat vegetables. For me living in the US, every other week I go to the Indian store, pick a few veggies, and then I alternate with other veggies. And if you go to the Indian store, there's just so many kinds of squashes, so many kinds of green beans. It's not just the green beans that you get in the American store. You get the flat beans, you get the cluster beans, the gavar. You get so many different type of beans. You get so many different types of root vegetables, right? The yams, we have the purple yams, we have the sweet potatoes, we have the arbi, we have so many different kind of yams. And the greens, we also have variety of greens. We have the traditional greens, again, some of them are regional, but again, overall, the Indian plate, if you look at it, there's a lot of vegetables cooked fresh every day. And studies have shown that if you eat a variety of vegetables, you help by building a very diverse gut microbiome. So if you look at, there were studies that evaluated the gut microbiome in different ethnicities, and the Asian and the African population had not just a larger number but also a more diverse gut microbiome, and that is actually related to all the different starches and the different kind of vegetables that the people were consuming. So I think definitely we all have a very varied palate. If we eat bindi, we won't repeat it for at least a few days because we have other vegetables. So eating this variety actually helps us create a good gut microbiome, and also we have a different flavor every time we create a meal. Again, there are so many reasons. I can go on and on, but I'm going to just list the top 3 reasons here. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kalpana, for sharing your valuable knowledge with us. I just would like to let you know all that Dr. Kalpana Ramji has created an amazing weight loss program through balanced nutrition guidance. Not only that, you can also get some guidance on healthy and fit lifestyle by developing sustainable habits. It's all about controlling the portion of your plate. In my opinion, feeding healthy food to our family is not that hard at all. Just think of a simple ingredients, simple recipe, and just prepare simple meal. And with the guidance of Dr. Kalpana Ramji, I am developing many recipes and meal ideas that one can follow to sustain healthy lifestyle. So stay tuned for many upcoming episodes. While not every diet plan would require us to give up on food we love, others may urge us to. For example, keto diet. I never believe in keto diet because just a very small amount of carb is allowed when you follow keto diet. And to me personally, carb is very important for my body. Indian curries are filled with minerals and vitamins that are very fulfilling. Of course, Indian food is most of the time spicy, but they can also improve metabolism. So you can definitely feast on Indian dishes on a daily basis. A lot of time people ask me, how come I don't gain weight though I eat a lot of food? I do eat variety of food, but I control my portion. In fact, all members in my family are kind of skinny, or I can't say really skinny, but my boys are really skinny. But then the adults, four of us, are fit. I mean, not too heavy, not too light, just right. And so it is very important to control your portion. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please do like and comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new videos every week. You can visit my website bhavnaskitchen.com for new recipe tips, tricks and ideas in the kitchen. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. Bhavna's Kitchen is everywhere. You can download Bhavna's Kitchen app totally free on your iOS, Android and many other mobile devices. You can watch me on a big TV screen using Roku, Amazon Fire or YouTube app itself. Thanks for watching and see you soon.